All right, looks like we're live. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another Quarantine Quarters with your good friends, Green Buffalo Productions. My name is Madison Sedler. I'm one of the co-founders of Green Buffalo Productions, and we have here Ellen Shearer, the other co-founder of Green Buffalo Productions.
Hello.
We have a little bit of a different slideshow for you today. So just bear with us while we get through a couple of our upcoming opportunities, as well as some new things we wanted to talk about today, given the current climate of the country. So Ellen, did you want to start?
Yeah, well, before we jump, we just want to make sure that we shout out Layla and Zach, who are also on our team. Layla Gentil is also going to be doing some stage directions with us today. She's on our board. We love her very much. She works very hard. And also Zach Hattrick, our pretty cool video guy, is helping us run the stream and also does a lot of cool work for us. And we can't wait for him to do even more soon. So to get kind of started off this week, especially with what's been going on in the last couple weeks, Green Buffalo isn't, in charge of any kind of Black Lives Matter movement or anything like that because, frankly, we shouldn't be. We're two white women who founded a company and entered with another white woman who is on our board. So, our voices shouldn't be as strong as those in our community, our friends of color that are in our community. But what we did want to do is make sure that we, give our listeners some resources and point them in the right direction to either donate or if they're not in a position to donate, at least, get some education, share some information, and basically do what we can from the safety of our homes or with the safety of our brains and learning how to obviously make the world a better place as best we can. So we'll be shouting out some good charities and some different websites to help accomplish that goal.
Okay, so with that being said, it kind of segues really well into one of our bigger projects that we're gearing up to. We have a new deadline for what it means to be human that we haven't quite figured out what the actual date is going to be. But what it means to be human is going to be a collaborative piece kind of echoing the vagina monologues to discuss different types of oppression and the human experience. We have a couple of different topics that we've touched upon, such as sexual abuse and assault, gender identity, different body issues, mental illness, health insurance, sexual violence, stereotypes, gender-based violence. We have had our first couple of submissions and we got a really great mix of things, and we're still looking for more things. So please, if you do have something that you want to talk about in any kind of visual art form, like dance pieces, poems, monologues, spoken words, any kind of music that you might write, even short plays or any other kind of visual art that I can't think of off the top of my head, please give us a message over at greenbuffaloproductions@gmail.com. We're always happy to take a look at things, and because this project is so far out, we're looking to put it up in either late 2021 or 2022. We have plenty of time to workshop any pieces or help you finish any pieces that are works in progress to make sure that it's production ready and ready to go for this project. Cool. Elle, do you want to talk about Spooky a little bit?
Yeah, like I said, it's been a couple of rough weeks, but that doesn't mean that we can't be creative. We kind of want to make sure that we go forward with our season as best we can, even though a lot of things were canceled or postponed. So our biggest event always of our Green Buffalo season, it seems, is our Spooky One Act Play Festival. We love doing it. It's super fun and wacky most of the time. Sometimes a little dramatic, but usually pretty wacky. But this year, what we want to do is make sure that everybody in our community is safe and still able to enjoy the spooky show. So we're going to kind of gear the plays towards screenplays. So if you need any help writing that, a screenplay, please reach out to us. But we do want all of you to keep writing for us and enter your work for the Spooky One Acts Festival. We pick 6 winning plays to produce each year. And like I said, this year it'll be a little bit more adaptable to film. 10 to 15 pages. Every script must be no more than 3 characters. We're trying to make sure we observe those social distancing guidelines when we film, so that we can make sure everyone's safe, like I said, and just try to keep it minimal, and make sure that you submit your script by June 30th in order to be considered for this Spooky One Act Play Film Festival. So we're really looking forward to it. We know it's only June, and writing about Halloween seems a little nuts, but we think it'll be fun, and we want to be able to create a really good product for you guys, and something that you can enjoy from the safety of your own homes, and just kind of keep the spooky thing going every year. Hopefully we'll be all back to normal next year and able to go back to our lovely home at the Collab, and just kind of go from there. But as for now, just make sure that you get that deadline in your head, June 30th, and if you need any help, reach out to us and submit that work.
And before we jump right in, just a couple of last minute things to plug in for writers. Remember that the Buffalo Theater Workshop, which was started by Emma English and that me, Ellen, and Layla all are a part of as moderators, is always open to new works. We're always looking for new pieces. So be sure to email us at buffalotheaterworkshop@gmail.com if you have any full pieces, one-act screenplays, short plays that you're looking to get ready for festivals or to produce here in Buffalo. Green Buffalo Productions has worked with the Buffalo Theater Workshop to get not only pieces of ours, but other people's pieces in the area up for production with our own company. So if that's something you're interested in, please reach out to us either at Green Buffalo or at the Buffalo Theater Workshop. And before I hand it over to Ellen again, just a very special thank you to Catherine Schwebka, Leslie Cairns, Ryan Schlia, Sean Lewis or Sean Cheeky, depending on how you know him, and Wayne Conover for their really generous donations to Green Buffalo Productions. But that's not what we're going to focus on today. So we're going to get started with some super fun, really great plays. Ellen, did I miss anything?
I don't think so. Yeah, as long as we mentioned our cool patrons and that we will be sharing some neat resources in between each play. We'll also be sharing every link that we talk about too, so that if you heard something and you're like, oh, I want to donate to that, but you didn't necessarily get it, you can look back in the comments and grab those links. Also, if you guys listening, if you have anything that we didn't mention and you want to put it in the comments, please do. I mean, I'd rather have more information than not enough. So the more we can do, the better. And let me pull up the play. So we're starting with What's in the Wall by Justin Pope. And those of you who did go to our Spooky One Acts last year might recognize this story a little bit as we get into it. But our characters are, let me take a look. Hold on, here I am, Maddie, I'm on the wrong screen again. So let me go back and find it. So What's in the Wall? Kelsey will be played by Lizzie Adams. Lily will be played by Jackie Blake. Am I saying that correctly, Jackie?
That's fine. It's actually Bly like fly, but Blake works just fine as well.
Fly like fly. I like it. It rhymes. Okay, so let's get started with that. Okay, one second. The setting is next, which only makes sense to those who know the play from last year. So here we go. The small sound of metal clashing with cement. With a singular light bulb hovering over her, Lily kneels by a hole in the basement wall. She's surrounded by tiny chunks of rubble and cement. Behind her sits one chair. Think, think, think. As if in a trance, she robotically picks into the wall with a metal spork. Kelsey calls from upstairs.
Lily!
Lily's movement halts for a split moment, and then she continues without a blink.
Lily? You downstairs?
She enters, striding downstairs. She's holding a potted plant.
Lils, I've got a neat little surprise for her.
She stops and sees what's happening.
What's up? Everything cool?
Lily turns to her and looks at her. She speaks in a low register, in a dark, cranky tone.
I'm busy. Leave me.
Think, think, think.
What's in the wall?
Think, think.
Is that something we're, like, allowed to do? Like, is it in the contract for the place?
Lily remains silent and tries to ignore her. However, Kelsey won't leave, so. Oh, can we pause? Can anyone hear Lily? Or Jackie, I should say.
Are you having trouble hearing me?
Yeah, it looks like we're having trouble hearing you. Can we just take a quick pause?
Sorry.
Let's do that. If you want, could you disconnect and then reconnect from the Discord server? Sorry,
can you
folks.
hear me now?
Yes. Lizzie,
Okay.
there's a lot of static on your end as well. I'm just wondering, maybe if you speak a little bit closer to the mic, that might work.
All right.
Okay, let's just reset. We're only on the first page. So, here we go. Sorry about that, folks. We're all set. Ding, ding, ding. The small sound of metal clashing with cement is heard. With a singular light bulb hovering over her, Lily kneels by a hole in the basement wall. She's surrounded by tiny chunks of rubble, cement. Behind her sits one chair. Think, think, think. As if in a trance, she robotically picks into the wall with the metal spork. Kelsey calls from upstairs.
Lily!
Lily's movement halts for a split moment, and she continues without a blink.
Lily, you downstairs?
Kelsey enters, striding downstairs. She's holding a potted plant.
Lils, I've got a neat little surprise for her.
She stops and sees what's happening.
What's up? Everything cool?
Lily turns and looks at her. She speaks in a low register in a dark, cranky tone.
I'm busy. Leave me. I'll get back to you later.
Think, 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 think.
What's in the wall?
Think, think.
Is that something we're, like, allowed to do? Like, is it in the contract for the place?
Lily remains silent and tries to ignore her. However, Kelsey won't leave, so.
Probably.
Oh, all right. Yeah. Cool, then. Look, I wanted to give you something since it's your...
Not now.
But Lily, see, they're lilies, just like...
Go away.
Hey, what's wrong with you?
Something important. Far more important than your flowers.
Well, they're actually your flowers since I was giving them... Are you all right?
Think, think, think.
I'll just put them right over here.
Kelsey sets the potted lilies by the chair.
So, do you want to fill me in on what you're doing to our basement wall? The one we're renting for the semester.
Think, think, think.
I'm not leaving until you explain it to me.
I'm begging you, shut up.
What is with you? Why are you so mean today? I'm not leaving you until I get to the bottom of this. You're my best friend, so it's my duty.
Kelsey adamantly plops into the chair, causing Lily's head to quickly whip around.
What do you think you're doing?
Sitting, waiting for you to talk to.
Get out of my chair.
What's in the wall?
Lily slowly stands and begins to shout.
Get out of my chair!
Relax! What's the big deal? You don't have to scream.
Lily stares at her and she sharply inhales and is about to scream again, but Kelsey stands with her hands up, cutting her off before any sound can come out.
All right, out of the chair.
Lily stares at her, tightening her grip on the fork.
Lily, Lils, are you okay?
Lily menacingly approaches her and gets in her face.
Looking for something you won't understand. Go upstairs. I'll call you back down here when I find it. Then I will show it to you. For now, I need to focus. No.
Lily, no, I'm not leaving you alone and upset. I won't budge unless it means life or death.
It does.
You're just saying that to get me to leave.
Fine. Stay. It'll save me the trouble of calling you down then. But sit over there and stay quiet.
Points to the opposite corner of the basement.
Can't I just sit in the chair?
Absolutely not. Even if you try to sit in that chair one more damn time.
Lils, you're scaring me.
If you're so scared, then do as I say.
What's gotten into you? Who's gotten into you?
A moment passes. Kelsey gives in and goes in to sit in the corner. She takes the potted lilies with her. Lily returns to her spot.
Can I at least, make some small talk? So, is there a reason you're digging with a spork instead of, a shovel or a hammer?
You just stay quiet. I looked all around the place. You don't have any of those tools. I didn't have time to waste. This works.
We don't have any of those tools.
We.
All right, well, if you told me you'd be doing this on your birthday, I would have gotten you a sledgehammer or something. Just trying to help.
Lily actually pauses.
Birthday?
Huh? Yeah, your birthday.
Today really is a special day.
Think, think, think.
Yeah, is there anything you wanted to do today? Specifically? I was thinking of taking you over to the botanical gardens, since you love that stuff.
I'm staying here.
That doesn't sound right at all, but okay. Say, I thought I heard the doorbell when I was in the shower earlier. Somebody come by for you? Wish you a happy birthday?
Carol.
Kelsey sits for a second and then stands up, straight.
Carol?
Drop off the chair. You know, for my birthday.
What the hell, Lily?
Shut up and sit down. You're getting too loud.
Carol's been missing for 2 months. Lily, she came by?
Was missing?
Yes, oh my god, Lily, you helped me put up the posters for her.
Ah, I remember. We did do that. I guess she was missing. Darn. Be quiet now. I'm almost finished.
What?
Think, think, think.
Okay, so maybe you hit your head this morning and that's why you're acting this way? And you aren't remembering, anything about how... Do you remember Fred Benson?
No.
You don't.
Think, think, think.
He was found dead at Old Man Indigo's house 2 months ago.
How tragic. Maybe he shouldn't have trespassed.
He shouldn't have trespassed.
Kelsey slowly seeps down into the corner, terrified, keeping her widened gaze fixated on Lily. Think, think,
Who are you?
think, think.
Ah, there it is.
Lily reaches into the wall and pulls out an old, rusty chain.
What is that?
Lily slowly turns to her and smiles.
And I'll show you.
No, I'm good. You can show me from here, honestly.
Get
Suddenly,
over here!
Okay, all right.
Kelsey's horrified and concerned for her safety, but Kelsey goes to Lily. Lily lifts one end of the chain.
And don't you dare let go.
And what happens if I don't?
It's simple.
They look at each other.
Who are you, and what did you do to Lily?
Don't try to get brave on me.
What did you do to Carol? Are you the one who killed Fred?
Lily raises the spork right up to Kelsey's throat.
But it'll still do the job.
Why are you doing this?
The chain.
Kelsey turns her attention behind Lily.
Hey, wait, is that Carol?
What?
In this moment of distraction, Kelsey grabs Lily and shoves her toward the chair. Lily lands in dazed, and Kelsey sits on her lap, facing her, and grabs her arms. Lily struggles to break free.
You stupid bitch!
Why are you possessing my friend? Get out of Lily!
Get off! Get off! Get off!
Kelsey slaps Lily.
Get off!
Slap.
Get off!
Slap.
Get off!
Slap.
Are you suddenly some kind of masochist? Why are you laughing, demon? You like getting slapped?
Oh?
I'm not even sure anymore.
I'll tell you, because it's funny to see you so scared. Chain was used to keep people trapped in my old dungeon. All that's left of me, besides this chair. And now that I've got both pieces of me, and all I've got to do is use them permanently to permanently possess someone. It's the only way to get revived, back to the world of the living. So, be a good girl and grab the chain.
No, I never let you do that. I won't let you have Lily. She never deserved any of this.
Oh, sweet little girl. It isn't Lily I'm after.
What?
In this moment, Lily tries to stand with all of her might, knocking Kelsey to the ground. Lily wraps the chain around her fist and laughs as she tries to punch the downed Kelsey. However, Kelsey quickly rolls out of the way. Lily tries to straighten up, but is tired.
This body's getting weak. It's been in too long. Sure could use a new one. Maybe you could give me yours. You know, since it's my birthday and all.
Lily has now straightened up, but not fast enough as Kelsey has grabbed the potted lilies. She smashes the pot on Lily's head, and Lily drops to the floor.
It isn't your birthday, asshole. It's...
Lily groans and slowly lifts her head. She talks in a lighter, sweeter, weakened voice.
My head.
Lily.
Kelsey crouches down and cradles Lily.
Ow, jeez. Not so fast, please.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Are you okay?
I don't know. What happened?
Oh my god. Lily, you were possessed by some demon or serial killer or something, and he was trying to get, like, an old chain from his dungeon out of the wall, and I didn't know it at first. So I was like, what's in the wall? But then he started threatening me, and I figured that he's the one who might have made Carol go missing months ago, and maybe even killed Fred Benson because he apparently started after Carol, came here and dropped off that haunted chair or something, and he wanted to possess me. So I smashed your birthday present on your head and saved our lives. Long story short.
A haunted chair?
Yeah, that one there. Jane might be haunted too. I'm so sorry I hit you and destroyed your birthday present. They were potted lilies. Get it? Isn't it thoughtful?
Aw, that's so sweet of you.
I know. It super is. I can't believe this happened. Especially to you. Especially today. Oh my god.
So wait, you think this ghost that possessed me is the one who killed Fred Benson?
I think it was that Indigo guy, that creepy old man that died. There were rumors about him and his past, kidnapping people, torturing them, but wait!
What?
If that chain was from his old dungeon, and he found it in our basement, did he live here?
Creepy thought!
Gross.
I remember Carol coming by, and she had that chair.
Holy crap, Carol! Did you see where she went? Did she say anything?
Not that I remember. I opened the door, and there she was, and she had that chair. And I blacked out.
That chair.
Kelsey turns to check out the chair.
He was saying it was one of his items that still left part of him, and he said he needed this in the chain to get revived or something.
Lily rises. She smiles and grabs the chains on both ends.
But it looks like it's just a plain old chair. Should we burn it or something? Destroy it? Call the police? Oh man, but on your birthday?
She goes to pick up some of the lilies. Lily frowns at her, slowly.
Maybe we should save all that for after your birthday. What a way to turn 21. Well, anyways, happy birthday, right?
Lily, now right behind her, returns to the low, evil tone.
Right. Happy birthday, Lily.
Before Kelsey can turn around, Lily reaches the chain over her head. Kelsey gasps. The end. Great job, both of you. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you both referenced today. Both new actors, so that's pretty exciting. New actors for us, anyway. Thank you so much. And I was so frazzled and trying to introduce you to that I forgot to mention my lovely charity that I'm supposed to be introducing. So let me go and grab that information for you guys really quick. Yes, thank you, Justin, for writing that super awesome follow-up to the very dramatic What's in the Box from last year's show. One moment. And while we're getting ready for the next play, I just want to talk about SURJ, Show Up for Racial Justice. You can donate to that organization that is Buffalo-based, showingupforracialjustice.org. We'll drop the link in the comments. Their current call for action, which we'll also post in the comments, is a call to action for white folks. Because guess what, everybody, we need to pay attention a little bit more. Basically, if you go to the call to action, follow that link, you'll learn a lot more about what's been going on. You'll understand a little bit what you can do in the streets, taking on the issue of white supremacy and kind of trying our best to defeat that. Basically putting our money where our mouth is. So you can do a bunch of different things. Check that out. And I'm going to hand it off over to our next person, which looks like that is Layla.
Yes, hi. So I'm actually going to be introducing another group that you should be donating to if you have the capacity. The NAACP Legal Defense and Education Fund is huge in helping different communities, especially when it comes to being wrongfully incarcerated. So please, 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 we're going to be putting the link in the comments. If you have the means and ability, absolutely, please send some money that way. Also, for anyone who is in a tight spot at the moment and may not be able to donate but want to donate, there's an amazing movement that's been happening through YouTube where a couple of different creators are promoting artists of color, and they are allowing you to raise money by watching those videos. So what you have to do, one that I'm going to recommend, and there's a couple other ones, but this one I've been actively watching myself, is being run by Zoe Amira on YouTube. We have the link that just got added to the comments. And so what you do is you just go to YouTube, put it on, make sure your volume's on, and make sure your ad blocker has been turned off if you have any ad blocker of any kind. And as the video is playing, all the different funds that are being created through watching those ads, those are going to be going to various different foundations and projects that will help the Black Lives Matter movement. So if you are in a tight spot financially, please, please, please consider doing so. It is a great way of being able to help out, even if you do not have the monetary ability right now. With that said, we are now going to be moving to the next show of the evening, which is called Not
let myself... What if the dog doesn't like me? What if he isn't what I thought? But I mean, that's the point, isn't it? I don't want to be alone and just think anymore.
The door opens and Chris pokes his head out.
Oh, there you are. Come in. My wife is out, but I can show you Oswald.
Great.
They walk inside and the lights go down. When they come up, we are in a basement.
Is that...
Yes, the nuisance. The crate, I mean.
You created him?
Yes, that's why my wife and I are giving O up, you see. He was so naughty in his crate that we would send him to doggy daycare. He started to realize if he was bad, he would go to doggy daycare. And then we were paying for it 6 days a week. Before us, you should know, he was abused. Got him from a puppy foster shelter where he was used to other dogs.
He lived down here in the basement?
Willow
Yes.
walks over and sees a set of chains lying next to the crate. She picks them up and holds them like a baby.
Yes, 6 days a week in this crate, but the neighbors could hear him barking. I recommend to not use a crate when you take him.
Did you use these chains?
Yes, sometimes.
They must have been heavy.
She stares off while Chris continues listing dog care routines, disassociating in a way. W walks up from the shadows and slowly places her hand on Willow. Only Willow can see her, and Chris continues on.
Come back, Willow.
I sent you a Google Doc with the list of all the commands he knows. We taught him sit, stay, a bunch, and corner.
Why am I here?
Just, he needs to be with someone who will work from home. Give him attention. Love him, really. To doggy daycare too much. And I mean, he's a bit of an independent guy. Never liked to be touched. And my daughter, she's 6, and just wanted a cuddly little guy, you know? Oswald wasn't that kind of puppy. He's scared of things, even his tail, of signs.
Poor guy.
Willow W kicks the crate with her Converse shoe. Only Willow and the audience see her.
Asshat. granola crunching asshat.
Shush.
Okay with you?
Yes. I bought scones for you and your wife.
Who brings scones to an adoption?
I'm trying to be polite.
Wow. Maybe it's best if I eat them before. My wife might not want to see. Okay, let me go get him, the dog.
Wait,
Chris turns around.
do you have a leash by any chance? I was so excited to get here, I forgot to grab one I just bought. It's Fink, which I know he's a boy, but I wanted to teach him to be non-binary.
Trying hard much?
If that's okay.
Yes, I'm sure we have some. Let me go to our dog box. Spoiled they are.
Chris walks over to a toy box to the left. W stands behind him and makes a face at Willow, who gives her a glare. Chris starts rummaging through the bins.
We must have one more somewhere.
Pulls out a long, weathered leash at the bottom of the toy bin. Scattered around him are rejects that he didn't pick as a good leash to give to Willow. All the leashes around him are new, barely used. The newer leashes sit around Chris's feet as he hands the naughty old one to Willow.
Here you go.
Who the fuck gets rid of a dog and then, on the last moment with their said dog, gives the new owner the worst leash on the freaking planet?
Okay, thank you. You can go get Oswald.
Great. Be right back.
As soon as Chris leaves, Willow turns to face W, mad.
I don't need this today.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
W moves to the toy bin and starts putting the toys away.
W, what are you doing? Get out of here. I'll deal with you later, okay? Like, please?
W continues to look for a leash in the toy bin.
I'm looking for something you won't understand.
Hurry, please. I want to be there for Oswald. This moment has to be perfect.
W snatching up a new leash and putting it in Willow's back pocket without her noticing.
Okay, sure, perfect. As if there's such a thing. I'll hang back.
Chris walks back in with the dog. The dog is calm, mellow, and shy. He sits when Chris asks.
Oswald.
The best thing to do is to talk baby talk. I know that's weird. He's a German shepherd, supposed to be tough. You got the leash? And you'll Venmo the cost of his dog bed?
Mm-hmm. $50 you said.
Chris clearly wants more money, but is willing to let it slide.
Sure. 50 is okay enough. I think the beds were around each, maybe a little high.
Okay, enough.
Willow squats down and pets Oswald.
Oswald, you're the best doggy in the whole world.
Okay, so my wife will be home in about 5, so you two got to get going. Thank you again.
Lights go down. Scene 2. We see inside a vacation home that has been rented out. This house is Morgan's, who is living here for 2 weeks just to change the scenery from her roommate and her roommate's boyfriend. She's carefree that way. She asks Willow to bring her dog on the first night. When the lights come up, an exhausted Oswald is sitting near Willow's feet. She's sitting cross-legged on the floor right next to him.
Okay, Oswald, it's okay. This isn't your home, but it might as well be. This is Morgan's house. Morgan. She is my best friend. Well, I think so, at least. When I moved out to Charlotte, I had no one. I was all alone, doubting I'd move across the country, but once I found her as a friend, I was never alone again. You'll see. I'll be that for you. She should be home soon. I can't believe she just gave us the key to her Airbnb. Fucking Airbnb. Can you believe they charged her twice for this? She's still trying to get it back.
Oswald barks once, then sits down. W appears, sipping coffee. She sits on the opposite side of Oswald.
Right. You lose keys all the time.
No, not here. No, please don't be here. You can't be here. Morgan still thinks... She still sees me as normal. Alright?
Jeez, lighten up. I came to see the puppy and debrief about the douche nozzle asshat who gave up this cute dog.
At least I found him, right? Even though I really shouldn't have asked for a leash. That was probably impolite.
Impolite is giving up a dog in the first place. Impolite is stealing a leash. Look in your back pocket.
Stealing a leash? What?
Willow reaches into her back pockets and sees the leash.
Oh my god. What did you... What we do?
He just did. Giving you that grubby leash? What the actual... Anywho, is today the day you finally tell Morgan about your deep, dark past?
No.
There will never be a good time. And Oswald and you aren't so different, you know.
What do you mean?
He was abandoned. Your mom was abusive, remember? The yelling. The piece of shit's thrown your way like a bone. Your mom making you clean the bathroom after you purged, saying you caused the filth in the first place back when you were bulimic.
Yeah.
And your mom taking you off her health insurance at age 21, even though Obama raised it to 25 or some shit, the very week you attempted to kill yourself. Even though she had a family plan with your sisters on it, so it cost her nothing to have you on it.
Oswald doesn't need to hear this.
Maybe you do. Maybe a friend does, like Morgan. I think she'll listen. Maybe it will take some of the weight off of you if you let her in.
We hear keys jiggling in the door. Oswald gets up to meet Morgan, who is about to open the door.
Think about it. Trust me.
Trust you? Ha! For the love of God, I'm begging you, please shut up.
W goes off stage as Morgan walks in, carrying grocery bags and setting them down next to Willow. She has sunglasses coiled on her head and a U of W sweatshirt on. She is beautiful, makeup perfect, like a beauty queen.
Hi, Morgan. This is... Oh, Oswald.
Oh, cute! Oh my god, I can't even put my groceries away! You're a good boy. Yes, you are. You're a good boy. Yes, you are. Okay, let's sit on the couch and let that pupper rest. Oh, I brought sushi. And, for you, the way you like to eat sushi.
Thanks.
Willow digs into the bag, holds up a spork.
I need this, seriously.
You can't use chopstick and be a true American never ceases to amaze me.
How do you learn to do it anyways?
Time. Like everything. Time helps. Time helps a lot.
Can I tell you that they had chains for Oswald?
Chains?
Chains, and he knows the command corner. Like, why would a dog need to know the word corner? Who does that?
I don't know.
And the guy wasn't even mean, like in the traditional sense. He smiled. He had, Axe body spray. He had a 6-year-old daughter.
Give up Oswald?
They don't have time. He was an independent guy. Like, he told this story where he first talked on the phone about how Oswald dragged his bed from the basement all the way to the second floor library because that was his favorite room. And one day they forgot to crate him. It was all caught on the nanny cam.
Came from my doggo. I made my boyfriend take my dog for tonight so Oswald could sleep. Rest. But next time they'll love each other.
Next time, Chris, the old owner, he said Oswald just had been abused and wasn't cuddly enough for their family, wasn't the kind of puppy they had in mind. What does that even mean?
Like fluffy or some crap? I don't know. That's kind of messed up.
Morgan sets down her food. Willow already has. They sit on the couch facing forward.
And he gave it to me without even petting him goodbye. Just lifted him in my car. The wife wasn't even there. For a second, I thought Chris was trying to pretend things were normal. But now I think it was just messed up. I never know if my darker thoughts are right.
Oswald?
I Venmoed him for $50. I got a living being for $50. That's it. He has been abused, given up. He's not even 2. Who stops loving something like that?
Willow starts weeping.
Willow, come here.
Sorry. I don't know why how water works.
And just about the dog?
Maybe not.
Here. Don't run your pretty mascara. What's going on with you?
I can't tell you. Not someone like you.
Someone like me?
A pretty person. Someone who's carefree and brilliant and successful. You're a behavioral analyst, for God's sake. With a Herculean-type boyfriend who adores you. I'm all ghosts and sadness and basement chains. I don't want to burden you. Weigh down with dark places. Maybe I'm like Oswald. Just scared of everything. What would happen when we try to go to the bars together? The wine nights with your friends? Or if I really was your friend, telling you everything?
Person?
Comes over and lies at their feet. Morgan spends a few minutes just petting him peacefully. W walks on stage, and Willow is the only one who can hear her still. W's arms are folded.
Shit, girl. Maybe you were right. Maybe she can't handle it.
You say something.
I really thought she would get it.
Stop.
Willow?
W walks across the stage and sits downstairs from the girls. She has sunglasses on and is doodling on her palms with a Sharpie, watching what is about to happen.
Say something, Morgan. Are you mad? for one final time, she ordered us Chinese, chicken with broccoli, crab rangoon, lo mein. So maybe at the other family, they put the cauliflower rice in front of me. I was crying for the meager acts of scraps of love that my mom gave, the scraps I wanted back.
Willow?
He's doing great.
Oswald snores for effect.
I bet he already loves you. Love only makes a moment sometimes. It only takes a moment sometimes to change someone forever like that.
My mom didn't die.
But maybe for